Here we go, 3.26 patch notes. Here we go, first thing, Archmage. Archmage, a 3% nerf, 3% nerf. Power Siphon, 54% effectiveness at added damage nerf. Attack speed buff though. Trickster, let's see, Trickster. Polymath now provides 2% more damage for each mastery. And then Escape Artist, Energy Shield nerf. Okay. So basically Trickster still OP. Trickster still OP, okay. Hierophant. Sanctuary of Thought Ascendancy passive no longer provides 25 mana reservation efficiency or 50% less mana cost skills, and now provides 1% mana regen per second. What? Why did the Hierophant get hit harder than Trickster? I mean, okay. I guess Archmage is... That's a pretty big hit for Archmage. Maybe there's some other Trickster stuff? I don't know, maybe they nerfed hybrid bases. Oh well. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Okay, okay. Yep, already know all this. Already know all that. Actually, there's some new things, okay. Yeah, channeling support. This thing looked OP. It was like 60% damage for channeling. Shaper Exalt, Elder Exalt. Memory Strand thing. Orb of Unraveling. Consume memory strands up to 8 tiers. Orb of Intention. Okay. 20 new uniques. 5 new div cards. Pause anytime. Rogue Harbor. Access through a pin on the world map once you've traveled there once. Oh, you can slash heist. Max numbers of players in the Rogue Harbor has been halved. Holy, people with potato PCs are saved. Message is now output to chat whenever the nameless hero reflecting misspawns randomly on a map. Guild offers has been now cancelled unaccepted invites to the guild. Endgame changes. Players can no longer gain or lose XP in boss zones. Alice memories have been removed. Existing items been... Damn, dude, those were cool though. Alice memories have been removed. Existing items will be deleted upon logging in, and existing memories on your Alice have been removed. Dude, these should have got more love. These things should have got more love, dude. These should have been a league mechanic. What were they? They like came out when Calandra came out, I think? They should have been the mechanic, not Calandra. New red tier Curec missions that you might recognize from previous Alice memories. Oh, so they, okay, so it's on Curec missions? Yeah, I mean, I guess the new ones are just memories, juiced memories, but... Breach splinters or encounter automatically collect dropped at the end. Commonly found scarabs now drop at higher stack sizes and higher tier maps, but are found less often. Similar how comic basic currency stack sizes increase the area level. Using an Orb of Horizons on an Elder Guardian of Conqueror map will now also reroll the Guardian or Conqueror to a different one. Yep. Completing a non-unique map a tier lower than it is naturally found no longer grants map bonus. Wait, it did this before? Huh. Further improve level generation of blighted maps so that they fail to open less often again. Okay, what's on the Atlas? Adding acid caverns, air lake, arsenal, bizarre canyon. Okay, nice canyon, conservatory, core, frozen caverns, ghetto, gray trough, iceberg, ivory temple, laboratory, Mineral Pools, park. Oh, park, big one. Park's big one. Tower is good. Waste pool's okay, I guess. Waterways, wharf. Okay, there's some decent ones there. I feel like it's been forever since Primordial Blocks has been. I feel like it's been like 3 years. There's gonna be some deaths in there. Following maps removed. Academy. This might be the best change. Academy is the worst map in the game. Burial chambers, cage, caldera, carcass, cells. You know, I actually don't really mind cells too much. Crater, courthouse, coves. Oh. Desert, dry sea fields, fungal hollow, gardens, graveyard, haunted mansion, infested valley, lair, lookout marshes, pit, port, relic chambers, residence, fire lair. Okay, so I'd say it's about even on good ones added and bad ones, or good ones removed. Yeah, still got City Square. Not bad, not bad. Map tiers shuffled. Okay. Alice passive tree changes. Alice passive skills that provide additional chance for your maps to contain a master or extra content can be turned off through Alice passives. Now also causes scarabs in your map to have an increased chance to be of that type of extra content. Intelligence gathering node has been replaced with new lethal extract. Is this the one that gives you like int every time you do a thing, like 10 intelligence for every safe house or whatever? As executing immortal syndicate members to grant intelligence of their current division equal to 2 times their current rank. Okay. I don't know what current division means, but sure. Stray narrow notable passive has been replaced with new minor striker, which prevents ore deposits and Calgar and scarabs from appearing in your maps. Oh, it just means like where they are. Okay. Settler is added to the core game. God damn it. After almost a year of building, John is finally finished. Satisfied with upgrades made to King's March. God damn it, dude. Yeah, still get tattoos, rune graphs, which like replace your mastery, kind of like a mastery tattoo. Those are cool. Previous method of recombination is still available if you'd prefer to leave it up to fate, combining 2 items randomly with no risk of destroying items, though this is the less predictable method. Does that mean it's not nerfed, dude? Unless the success rate on these is on the like the PoE 2 way is actually good. I don't, dude, I swear, if it's alt spam league again, dude, oh my god. Did they say it's nerfed in video? I hope so. Algurin scarabs. Yeah, passive nodes. Wait. Common items with rarity dropped by possessed monsters maps have 25% chance to be converted to thaumaturgic dust. Sulfite found in your maps is granted as a random ore instead at 25% of the value. Life force found in your maps is granted as a random crop instead at 300% of the value. He said it wasn't nerfed. I don't know. I just hope the PoE 2 way is better. If I have to alt spam again, I will shit my pants and eat it. There are now 5 job rankings for King's March workers, previously 10. Adjusted banana to more closely match the size of the Kalguran version. What? Okay, here's the question. Do you think the chicken in King's March will still crash you? That is the question. Betrayal rework. Mastermind separate from Betrayal. Save as mechanic. Defeating the boss no longer reset state. Got a boss fragment. Mastermind fight improved. Fewer immunity phases, new rewards. New veiled modifiers on Mastermind uniques. They said they fixed it, but they actually did not fix the chicken. It still crashes you sometimes. Katarina can now drop all flame embers. So are all flames just from Katarina? Dude, it's looking like a Betrayal farm in League to me. Katarina no longer drops veiled items with exclusive mods. It's now exclusive to the unique she can drop. Now drops rare double veiled items. Yeah, it's looking like a big Betrayal League. Amount of save house intelligence obtained for choices made after defeating Syndicate members has been lowered. Time it takes to reach a safe house overall longer than before. Once you get your hands on the safe house leader, your only option now is to execute them. Well, no love lost there. Veiled orbs, veiled chaos orbs are back. Safe house leader's chance to drop veiled chaos orbs. Save overlords completely rebalanced. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Veiled crafts are on the Atlas. 41 new recipe objects with unlocked veiled modifier crafting recipes on your crafting bench. Some veiled recipes have been combined with pre-existing that unlock normal. Don't have to speak to June. Removing rivalries in the Syndicate is no longer an option offered when deciding what to do with defeated members, even though new option to remove all rivalries in the current division. Bargaining with Syndicate members can now give multiple scarabs veiled items fewer currency. Hold on, I'll get there. I'm almost to skills. Player balance. Intensity stacks are now lost every 0.5 seconds while moving. Previously 0.25. Yo, that's another Blade Blast buff. Arcane Surge now provides 20% increased cast speed, previously 10. Alright. Anime Guardian. If your animated guardian dies, you cannot summon it again in that area, but they keep their items. Bane of Condemnation. Still probably bad. Blade Blast of Unloading. 5% more damage per blade. Vortex Blade at all levels. That might be a build, dude. That might be my second build. I haven't played it because like it just looks like way less damage than normal Blade Blast, and I might get it pretty close. Okay. Blade Flurry, 20% attack speed buff. Doesn't look crazy. Blade Trap of Greatswords, 40% effectiveness buff, 6-second cooldown, previously 8. Blade Flurry. Got a 5% more damage for each stage. Got a little bit of effectiveness buff. Quite now, 20% more damage at max stages previously. 5% more damage hits per stage. I don't know how many stages you get on that. Blade Vortex of the Scythe. I don't even know. I've never seen that used. Big damage buff base. I mean, those are. So I got a 0.4 cast time, but 300% effectiveness of added damage. Previously 200. Bigger duration, bigger damage. Body Swap of Sacrifice. 5% minion max life buff. Blight, little bit of buff. Blight of Contagion, little bit of buff. Bone Shatter of Carnage buff. Now it's 20% increase AoE per 0.1, previously 15. Burning Arrow, the HP scaling one. Ooh, went up 8%. And 5% more attack speed. That might be good. Maybe. That might be good. No. Crackling Lance, Cold Snap, Contagion, Cyclone. 10% movement speed buff. 14% effectiveness buff. More area. More area. Well, it's still gonna do no damage, but it'll have a bigger AoE. Death Aura. Death's Oath, 25% buff. Oh, here we go. Deity of Chain Reaction. A little bit of a flat damage buff. Okay, a big flat damage buff. And 65% effectiveness of added damage. Okay, it's dead. Deity is dead, guys. We get it. We get it. Detonate Dead is dead. It is actually an unplayable skill now, okay? It's gone. It's dead. Detonate Dead is dead for sure this time. Divine Ire, 5% effectiveness buff. 75 more flat damage, 10% per stage damage. I got a little bit of a pretty substantial buff there, I think. No, I don't know. I think DD is actually dead this time, because I think the last playable version of DD is like cock, and you just get flat damage. I think that kills that. DD is I think that's it. That's the final nail in the coffin. And it nerfs the Archmage one too. I think it's yeah, it's dead. It's dead. Essence Drain now deals 91.14276.1. What is that? Oh, that's supposed to be a dash? Wait, dude, I'm so confused. Okay, 91.1 to 4,200. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, so the high end is 4,200. Essence Drain is getting close to being pretty decent. It just needs another, like, 30% or something. Sanguinate, flat damage buff. Fire Trap nerf. Dude, RF actually nerfed. RF actually got nerfed, dude. Flame Dash of Return buff login. Frostblades. Proj now deal 30% less damage with hits and ailments. Why? Frostblades is already a dog shit skill. Why did it already didn't do damage? Frostblades of Catabasis is okay, wow. From 409 effectiveness to 240, holy. Okay, I don't know why they nerfed the regular one though. Holy Flame Totem can now target enemies 33% further. Holy leveling buff. Holy Flame Totem leveling buff. Ice Nova Frostbolts can now expand from up to 2 Frostbolt prods, previously 4. It no longer has 25% less AoE when cast on Frostbolt. And then it has a base radius nerf. Okay, yeah, that's big Archmage nerf. So Archmage Ice Nova is dead. Archmage Ice Nova dead. Big dead. Maybe I should like Archmage Pyro. I need to like put a dead. Ice Nova dead. What else is there? Frostblades dead. What did I miss? Let me write this down for a video or something. Detonate dead. Dead. Okay, yeah, that's I think that's the big ones. No lightning conduit change. Lightning Strike. Now deal 50% less damage with hits and ailments proj. Okay, I mean it's probably not dead, but it's probably not dead, but that's a big I don't know, it's kinda big. Okay. Lightning Tendrils. Buffed. Molten Strike. Proj now deals 60% less damage with hits and ailments. Previously 50. Why was Molten Strike nerfed, dude? Come on, man. Why was regular Molten Strike nerfed? Molten Strike Zenith. Proj now deals 60% less damage with hits and ailments. Previously 50 every 5th attack. Now deals 600% more damage with hits and ailments. Previously, okay, so like, okay, so regular Molten Strike, which was pretty bad already, just got nerfed. But Molten Strike of the Zenith is still gonna be really good because it did like 800 million damage before. So what does it matter if you're doing 500 million instead of 800 million? Like Molten Strike Zenith is still OP. Why would you nerf the normal one? Okay, yeah, power siphon, 50% effectiveness, but it gets big attack speed now. Reap buffed the Fizz DOT. Hey, don't spoil it, I'm almost there. Maybe. Scourge Arrow. 13% effectiveness buff. Why did they nerf the leveling with Scourge Arrow? Okay. Holy, big siphoning trap buff. Soul Rend, a little bit of a buff. Spellslinger now has a base reservation of 20% at all gem levels from 25%. That might make it, maybe it's okay now, I don't know. Maybe. Splitting Steel, projectiles can no longer return. Alright, that skill is dead. Okay, Splitting Steel is dead. Storm Burst. A little bit of a cast time buff. Wait. Chaos Golem now grants chaos damage resistance, replacing the oh my god. They don't give... Why? Physical damage, I mean, I never used it anyways, but... Alright. It looks like, alright, we got some golem buffs across the board. AoE on Flame Golem. Ice Golem, bigger crit, flat accuracy, lightning, attack and cast speed, and then flat mana regen. That might be kind of nice. SRS of Enormity, his Cuglorf build. Minions now have 78% crit multi at gem level 20. Polly now has more moves. Only Cuglorf buffed. Void Sphere Rending. AoE buff. Pulse buff. Wasn't that... Okay, people talk about Void Sphere Rending a lot. Is like actually an okay build that just got better now? Or like, you know... Is it actually good, or is it some meme build people like Flicker Strike? Vortex. Effectiveness add a damage buff. Flat damage buff. Flat cold damage per second buff. DOT buff. Winter Orb. 20% effectiveness buff. Flat buff. Only max of 8 stages, previously 10, and then 25% or 30% increased duration per stage. 125% more projectile frequency while channeling, and 20% increased projectile frequency per stage, previously 15. Yeah, I don't know if that makes it playable. I don't know. I still don't. It's probably not great still, I would guess. Vol skill changes. Vol Lightning Strike loses like 30%-ish of its effectiveness. Oh, actually more like 50 at level 20. Okay, support gem changes. Arcane Surge support skills now deal 35% more spell damage while you have Arcane Surge at gem level 20, previously 25, due to actually caster buffs. Arcane Surge now grants 30% regen and 20% increased cast speed at all gem levels. Previously 30 to 58 and 10 to 20. Wait, oh. Oh, okay. Archmage, 3% nerf. From 19% down to 16. Yeah, I don't even know you'd play with Archmage now if, like, Archmage is theoretically still playable, you're just not gonna do it on, like... not gonna do it with Ice Nova, and you're probably not doing it on Hyro. Awakened Spell Echo. Cost buff. No longer cause support skills to deal 10% less damage. Oh, shit. I mean, actually pretty good caster buffs here. 5% or 33% less damage from Awakened Unleash, previously 38. Oh yeah, I guess Ball Lightning of Orbiting. Yeah, that's true. I even have a video on that one. I don't know how you deal with the Archmage mana cost gonna be rough now. Greater Spell Echo, okay. Infused Channeling. While channeling support still, you now take 12% less damage from hits, previously 8. Intensify, 16% more damage, up from 14. Pinpoint, 10% less damage from 16%. Returning Proj, 66% less damage from 61%. Sacrifice, 54% added chaos from 44. Spell Echo, regular Spell Echo doesn't deal 10% less damage now. Okay, that's good. Unleash also buffed. My build. Cyclone back? No, Cyclone's dog shit. Berserker. The Defy Pain Ascendancy passive has been reworked and now causes you to gain Defiance for 10 seconds on losing life to an enemy hit no more than once every 0.3 seconds. It also causes you to gain 3% of missing unreserved life before being hit by an enemy per Defiance and causes you to lose all Defiance when you... Berserker playable now? Is Berserker playable now, dude? What? Built-in Defiance of Destiny? Berserker may be playable. Blitz Ascendancy replaced with Gore Drinker or Gore Dancer, which grants 30% of your life leech as instant, requires Aspect of Carnage. Berserker is looking very playable. Flawless Savagery has been replaced with new notable Ancestral Fury, which causes your strike skills to also target the previous location they were used. I mean... hey, it's better than nothing. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess the other nodes on Berserk are good. I don't know. Maybe. Champion. Oh, what did they do to Champion now? The Fortitude Ascendancy now causes you to have your maximum fortification, previously 15, and nearby as counted as having 4 equal to yours. Oh shit. Champion's back, boys. Unstoppable Hero Ascendancy no longer causes allies count as having Fortify equal to you. It now grants 3% more armor and evasion per fortification above 20 and 3% increased tackle speed per fortification above 20. Dude, champion's back! The Conquer Ascendancy skill has been replaced with new worthy causes that grants having placed a banner does not prevent you gaining value, and banner skills 50% increased duration. Champion playable again? Champion playable? Guardian. The Harmony and Purpose Ascendancy passive skill has been reworked. Now causes you to gain a random shrine buff every 10 seconds. Unwavering Faith has been reworked. Now grants 50% increased reservation efficiency of skills. Hierophant. Sanctuary of Thought Ascendancy passive no longer grants 25% mana reservation efficiency or 50% less mana cost. It now provides. Dude, what did. Oh. I feel like it now provides regenerated 1% of mana per second. That's just like a spit in the face, dude. Holy. Saboteur. New skill which causes projectiles at 50% chance to return you and prod to be fired in random directions. New notable explosives expert. Which one's that? Oh, that's the that's crit multi crit chance and pen, which causes your crit chance to be lucky, damage with hits to be unlucky. Well, that note's crazy. Trickster. Yeah, I already looked at Trickster, but Trickster's still good. Trickster's still good. Unless there's an Ephemeral Edge nerf. Well, I mean, Power Siphon is nerfed. I don't know, we'll see. Elementalist. Shaper of Storm's Ascendancy passive skill no longer has 25% more effective lightning elements you inflict with hits if damage. Highest damage type is lightning. Now, as shocks from your hits always increase damage by at least 25%. Okay. Shaper of Winter causes enemies chilled by your hits lessen their damage dealt by half of chill effect, and enemies chilled by your hits have damage increased by chill effect. Oh, that's pretty good. It's that ring. Shaper of Flames no longer has flames. Enemies ignited by you convert 40% of their fizz to fire. Holy shit. Elementalist is a real ascendancy now, dude. Elementalist is a real ascendancy. I called it, dude. I called it with my Elementalist run I've been doing. Elementalist is a real ascendancy now. Okay, why are people talking about running Chaos Golem after it got nerfed? Is it like softcore people who are just gonna use it to band-aid fix their chaos res instead of actually just fixing it? Because it's actually just nerfed. PDR is way better than chaos res. PDR is like 1,000,000,000,000 times more valuable. Nobody played. Dot multi is still not gonna be played. Elementalist for passive has been replaced. New notable Bringer Room, which grants it 60%. Okay. Wait, is that the Golem node? No. Wait, yes. Elemental is looking pretty good. Except it kind of has the problem where if you don't hit the enemy, you're gonna die. But I guess that's not a problem if you just hit everything. Ooh, the elemental inverted monster resistance nerfed to 15%. Instant leech mastery down to 5%. Ooh, and a new wand mastery, 25% increased mana reservation efficiency of skills supported by Spellslinger. Dude, Spellslinger might actually be good now. Might actually be playable. It is possible. It is possibly good. That's a lot of reservation stuff for it. Yeah, double Spellslinger buff. Cane of Kulamak can now rarely be found with 4 veiled mods. Devouring Diadem no longer provides +1 level of socketed gems. Oh, here we go. Ephemeral Edge, unique sword has attacks with his weapon have added max lightning damage equal to 10 to 15% of player's max energy shield, previously 20. Okay, that's still okay. Ralakash's Impatience now one of either. Count as having max number of endurance charges, frenzy, or power charges. They also now have 15 to 25% increased move speed, immune to corrupted blood. What, so that means it's like a roll? Where if it's just gonna have one of these and it's gonna be like a roll, which one you get? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty dead. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. Could definitely be worse. Wait. Div Scare with Plenty now causes an area to have 3 additional packs of Div Touch monsters that have a 1000% chance to drop Div cards, previously 800%. Wait, weren't these Giga OP anyways? Or was this like OP and then it got nerfed? Okay, I think it was like OP and then they changed it and now it's not, right? Titanic, Scarlet Legend, limit of 1. Drop chance of orbs of regret has been lowered. Chance has been distributed across the other currency items that can drop. Scepters, staves, rune daggers, and wands now roll attack modifiers less often. That could be good. This was kind of a bitch early on. Wait, life and mana leech modifiers on equipment items and jewels now roll suffixes instead of prefixes. Those weren't suffixes? Wait, what? I thought those were suffixes. Resistance modifiers can no longer roll or be crafted on weapons. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's probably, dude, there's gonna always be like remembering things from PoE 2 that I thought was PoE 1, but it's actually PoE 2. The Redeemer's prefix for Fizz taken as cold no longer is higher than expected values. Damn it, I bug abused that the entire league. I abused that literally the entire league. They nerfed all the Fizz taken as on the Conqueror stuff on helmets except for Redeemer for some reason. It was like 6% higher. AoE area damage, prod damage. Now roll on gloves instead of amulets. That's bad, isn't it? It is bad. Dude, the Kalandra Prod Street amulets, dude. Those are cool. I literally never used it, but they were cool. Veiled mods for area gems, pierce, soul proj. Can no longer roll on gloves. Just helmets. Hybrid added LE damage veiled. Can now roll on amulets in addition to... Okay, re-enabled good div cards. Any winter orb enjoyers? I don't know, do you think that's really enough to make it good? Well, I guess if you're playing on a giga budget, it's probably fine. Not a poor people build. Wait, no fucking way. As Miri monsters located around ritual altars can no longer drop omens. Are you kidding me? You have to actually do the ritual now to get the omen? Why? Why, dude? I don't like doing those. Kirak lead mods, all cheaper. Or mostly cheaper-ish. Half cheaper. Essence, dude, Essence nerfed again. It has one less Essence in the map. Dude, they really are shitting on Essence. Buffed Rogue Exiles. Buffed Harbinger. Legion buffed.
Still one of the best doing it, kiddo. Great job.
Hey, thanks for the 2-year resub, Dad. Map device has a rucksack. Yeah, I got the currency thing on boxes. Remember text and vendors. Attempting to build or upgrade a blight tower now pauses the game when using a controller. That sounds kind of annoying, actually.
Dad, wait for me, hang on.
Hey, thanks to the 4-year resub paper. When multiple league actions are bound to the same input, the game will now attempt to trigger each action order until one succeeds rather than attempting the first action bound to the input. I don't know what the use of that or what the use case is there. Like, I don't really know what that's doing. I don't know, I've been kind of lazy with the weather reports because I gotta like move shit behind me and, you know, I don't know. But maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Search tag boxes, so Red Jack's 250 characters, that's huge change, dude. Bug fixes, what's the funny bug fix someone was talking about? Wait, fix the bug where gladiators more than skill ascendancy passive skills causing lucky blocks to be rolled in additional time. Holy shit. Dude, that's like 99% block chance. How did you die to that? How did you die, dude? It's double lucky. That's gotta be like literally 99%. Thanks for the prime, Rob. Anything else big? Fix the bug where Uhtred could drop a div card in Ruthless. Fix the bug where some monsters weren't always receiving the correct amount of damage reduction. Okay, is this a buff or a nerf to players? That's the question. Chicken is better than steak. That is true. Wait, no, it's not. That's wrong. What the? Ban this guy. I read it backwards. So that is so wrong. It's so wrong, dude. My bad. Okay, I mean. Solid patch notes. Let's see. Did I miss anything here? For the big stuff?